Hi everyone, my name is Mary Beth. Welcome to my channel. So today we're going to continue on with our How to Magnetize Our Twin Flame series. Please check out my other, I think I did about 3 now. The one with the sacral, I actually went into a lot of depth on how to magnetize your twin flame, so please check out that one. And then I also finished the third eye one, and that one also I went into a lot of things. And so I'm just trying to help people get into third dimensional twin flame physical union. As you know, you're already in union with your fifth dimensional counterparts. So this is all about trying to get into union with your third dimensional counterpart. So what I'm realizing is it's not really about the divine timing. It's more about the energies. And so that's why I decided I was going to do the pranic healing and cleanse energies as well at the end of the video. So if you'd like to stay on, I also have the timestamp for that. And so today I'm going to do the crown chakra. So yeah, so we're cleansing the crown chakra. I'm trying to do it in more of an ASMR way where it should be relaxing, maybe hopefully give you some tingles, and that way it's just more enjoyable. And then just knowing and just putting that intent out of that this is magnetizing my twin flame, and then just watch it as many times as you need to continue to cleanse and cleanse and cleanse. The more times you watch it, the more you can cleanse and energize each chakra. Okay, so let's start with the reading on how to magnetize your twin flame. And so the first card you got is support, and it says, offer your support to someone, experience the joy of serving others, right? So this probably has a lot to do with your mission. And so as on on the twin flame journey, the divine is trying to lead us into some kind of, creative endeavor that maybe you have a gift in. There's something that you're gifted in, and they're asking you not to wait for your twin flame, but to start that now, especially when you're not in the relationship. You can have the time to get that off the ground, because when you plant that seed and you start doing your mission, it takes a while to get off the ground. And so by the time you're in physical twin flame union, it's more of a habit. You're in the practice of doing it, and you're more likely to keep doing it and not like all of a sudden get distracted and put all your attention on your divine counterpart in the 3D relationship. So with this card, they're saying a way to magnetize your twin flame is to experience the joy of serving others. So that's what I'm doing now, right? So I'm experiencing joy right now. I'm very happy. As you can see, I'm not suffering at all. And I'm just serving, the collective, as best I can, whatever I can do to help in any way. And so just offering your support. And what that does is it takes your focus off of your twin flame, because when you focus on your twin flame, what you're doing is you're nourishing that energy. Well, you're doing a couple of things. Depends on what kind of thoughts. If it's like more of a like a like just like thoughts where it's just like kind of like intense, kind of like I need you. It actually makes them imbalanced. It actually makes them feel more lost. And then if it's more of like an overthinking type, like overthinking about things that have happened between the two of you, what that does is that gives them anxiety and more fear, and that makes them want to run the other way. They feel like, oh, I'm not good enough, because they really kind of feel your energy in that vibration, and they also kind of feel your thoughts. So if you feel like, oh, you've done me wrong, they kind of feel that, and then they kind of are repelled in the energy. Not that they want to be repelled, but the repelling is always a fear, kind of like a I'm not good enough. I want to reject you first before you reject me. Obviously, I'm not, you're too good for me type vibe is what it is. And so what they're saying is when you take when you stop nourishing their energy with your own energy, and you focus on yourself, you start nourishing your own energy, and that energy is being taken off of them, and they realize that, oh, wait a minute, where did she go, or where did he go? And they feel that vacancy in that hole, and now it's like they feel that deficit. Now they're like, oh, and then they start thinking more about you, and the tables are turned. But at the same time, focusing on yourself is also, because like the divine masculine, a trait of that is focusing on self. That is a trait of the divine masculine. And so when the divine feminine is focusing on other, such as her twin flame, then that is putting a deficit in her divine masculine side of her, and that makes her feel like this need, to put her thoughts on the divine masculine. I know it sounds weird, but that's just how it works. And so when you focus on yourself and your own endeavors and your own creativity, and then also service to others, you're taking that energy off of them, which is putting them out of balance, by the way. It's not a good thing. In my other videos, I talk about what is good when it's more playful, when you have like that playful energy and that more like, just thinking something like, not that you need them, but something where it's like, oh, wouldn't it be nice? And, we'll go, to the park and we're just going to go walk and we're just going to talk. Or sometimes I'll find myself just talking to my twin flame, kind of in a playful way, in like energetically, and it's just more playful. And then what will happen is he'll come into my dreams and he'll start talking to you and say, oh, I need you to know this, or there's something I want to tell you. And it's like he's talking to me through my dreams. And so like energetically we're like talking to each other, and it's very like playful. And yeah, it's just that's okay, that's good, because then they feel that energetic playfulness between the two of you. And so what this is talking about is experiencing the joy of serving others. And then that way you're not only focusing on you and what you're supposed to be doing, you're taking that energy off of the divine counterpart, which is actually putting them out of balance when you do that. And it makes them run away. Not run away, but energetically it repels. So this is all about energy. And that is how you magnetize your twin flame. The next card you got is surrender the idea you can fix someone. Okay, so this probably has to do with your twin flame. And so it's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. Right. So at the same time, when you do heal yourself, you are inadvertently healing your twin flame. You are, because you're the same person. So when you're doing the work and you're releasing your trapped emotions, when you're doing the chakra cleansing, it is helping your twin flame. But at the same time, you can't fix them. Trust me, I tried. So being in physical union with my twin flame, I will say stuff like, oh, well, why do you feel that way? Well, what can we do about that? And how do we change that? And what that did was it made him even, like it repelled him, like it made him angry, and he didn't want to hear it. But I was always trying to like talk and like fix the situation, not realizing that it was like what he was doing when he was mirroring something in me that I did not know that was inside of me. Like he was trying to tell me something that he couldn't accept about himself. And then that was what it was, really mirroring something that I didn't accept in myself. I know it sounds weird. And it was something that I was trying to fix him, instead of had I just healed myself and fixed it within me, it would have gotten cleared up. But instead I was putting it on him and saying, oh, you need to fix that. It's not a third dimensional relationship at all. So it's very, very different. And so that's what they're saying. Surrender the idea that you can ever fix anyone. You can only heal yourself, and you can only heal your own inner child. But as you do that, and as you do release trapped emotions, you are inadvertently healing. But do it like with the intention of healing yourself, and you will also do it. But I also talk about in another video how your right side is your divine masculine, your left side is your divine feminine. So when you do release emotion, if you have some kind of pain in the body, watch my other video. I believe that was on the sacral chakra. I go more into depth in that. And like, so yes, then in that respect, you are helping to heal your divine masculine side of you, and then that gets manifested in the 3D. So that is another way to magnetize your twin flame. Okay, you also got turning in. So that looks kind of self-explanatory. So basically what they're saying is turning in. So like meditation. So if you can kind of see this card, see how there's like all these people outside of her saying all these things, telling her what to do, trying to, like we all get this programming, right? Like everyone, no one really means to, but the programming outside of ourselves is always telling us that, in order to please others, or like we need to go outside of ourselves for our own happiness. And so people are always saying, oh, why are you on this twin flame journey? Or people are always saying like, oh, why do you allow this to be in your life? Or, someone always has something to say. And what they're asking you to do is turn in, because you're going to use your own intuition. Don't listen to others. You know what's right. Be led by the divine. So when you're turning inward and you're doing like your meditation or your channeling, and you're listening to your own divine self, like that's where you'll get the answers, like using your own intuition, not listening outside of yourself, not listening to others, listening to your own intuition and your own divine, I call them my spiritual entourage. um, and see how at peace she's at. And then you'll be at peace. If you listen to others and listen to all their opinions about the twin flame journey, about your divine counterpart, it will really, mess with your mind. So they're asking you just to turn within, because you know what to do. Use your intuition. And that is another way to magnetize your twin flame. You also got Rabia, if I'm saying that correctly. Okay. And what this says is the Queen of Saintly Women. I am in service of divine love. I move the way love asks me to move. And so what this is saying is for, it could be divine masculines too, but like this is the divine feminine. And what she does is she's always in service of the divine. So she's always saying like, how can I serve? What do I need to do? Where do you need me to be? And so she's all about unconditional love, and so it's service to others no matter what. No, whether or not they accept it, whether or not they appreciate it, whether or not they love her back. She's all about, but you know what, I'm in service to the divine, and this is what the divine wants me to do. And it's kind of like how you would feel in a twin flame journey, because sometimes you feel like you're doing all this work and you don't feel appreciated, and you don't feel like you're getting loved back, and you don't feel like your divine counterpart is unconditionally loving you back, and you feel like maybe they're even turning their back on you, and you feel all these things from your twin flame. And what they're asking you to do is look at it in a different perspective, that you're actually in service to the divine, that the divine is asking you to do this. So it's like they're asking you to sacrifice. So the divine knows this is a sacrifice, and that you're making this huge sacrifice for you and your twin flame. And even though it feels like you're the only one suffering, actually both of you are suffering. It doesn't really feel like that right now, but even if your divine counterpart isn't suffering the way you are, and it's all in perspective. But the divine just wants you to let you know that, just know that you're in service to the divine, and you're doing this for the collective. So, only 2% of the world is doing this. It's a very tough journey. If they thought everyone could do it, they would have written this in everyone's contract. But only a certain few have what it takes to be in this twin flame journey. And it is a contract that you signed up for, you and your twin flame. And it is a laborious one, and it does take a lot of time. I mean, for some, it's shorter than others, but for most, it's a long journey. And so if you look at it as, you know what, I'm serving the divine. This is what the divine needs from me, and this is how I'm helping the collective, and I'm changing the template, and I'm getting everyone out of the matrix, and I'm shining my light, and I'm helping others. And then of course you've got the card of helping, supporting others, finding the joy in supporting others kind of goes with that. So it's like you having unconditional love towards everyone, even when they don't accept it, even when they don't care about it, even when they don't, give it back. It's like you're just always knowing that the light is inside of you, that the divine is always with you, the divine is always proud of you, and that they're like, we know what you're going through, but you're in service of the divine, and we thank you, because only 2% of the world is doing this, and you are standing your ground, and you are continuing on this journey, even though it's pretty dark at times. And so in order to magnetize your twin flame, the way it's just having another perspective on it and just staying on course and knowing that there's a bigger picture here. It's not just about you and your twin flame. It's like you are literally changing the template. You're literally changing the timeline. You're helping to collapse the timelines, and you're changing the whole paradigm of relationships. And so, and you're doing this in service of the divine, and you're doing what this divine is asking you to do. Because trust me, I've done the same thing where I just thought, oh well, let's see now. Like at the time, my twin flame was another relationship, and I just said, oh, should it be that I need to, like move on and be in another relationship, And so I would ask the divine. The divine's like, no. They're like, you do not get off this twin flame, and they were very like, this is why you're doing it, because I'll read my own tarot cards, and they're very like blunt on like why I need to stay the course and why I'm doing what I'm doing and what they need me. Like, we need you here. We don't want you distracted in another relationship. Are you kidding me? What are you thinking? We need you over here. We need you. You signed up for this. You said you would do this. And sometimes I just need reminders, because a lot of times I'll get into my ego and I'll say, well, but, and then I get back on course. And so that's what she's saying, and this is going to help magnetize your twin flame in the 3D, because you are in service of the divine, and the divine appreciates what you're doing, and the divine's going to lead you straight to your twin flame. Okay, the next card you got is when your mind is on the divine masculine, then he feels that energy and is repelled in the same way, probably feels not good enough. Well, I just talked about this. Isn't that funny? I just said that, right? When your mind is on the divine masculine, he feels that energy. Depending on the energy, it could be really bad. So if it's a very negative energy, if it's a very much like, I can't stand you, I'm done. You're not going to do, you've crossed my boundaries. You're not crossing my boundaries ever again. So they feel that energy, and now they're scared. And now they're like, oh, yeah, I'm not good enough for this relationship. I am not reaching out. No way. It's like, and they don't even know why they're thinking this, but they feel it, and their energies are repelled, because it's not like an unconditional love. But when you start feeling that unconditional love, and you have that new perspective on them and saying, yeah, you're my catalyst, you're my own divine masculine. If you watch my other videos on this, I go more into what the divine masculine really is. It's really you in past lives and what you didn't heal. I kind of go deeper into that in my other videos if you want to watch it, with the same type of magnetize your twin flame. And so when you realize that it's you, and it's yourself being, it's manifested in the 3D, mirroring back to you what you didn't heal yet, you have a whole new perspective, that it's really not something that is outside of you. It's all about you. And then, it doesn't, and you'll stop repelling your twin flame by having all these negative thoughts about your twin flame. Okay. And that will help, of course, magnetize your twin flame. The next card you got is vacuum equals twin, cleaning out all trapped negative emotions to be able to survive the fifth dimension. So that's what your twin is doing. Your twin is vacuuming out. It's all coming to the surface, everything that triggers you, everything that you didn't even realize was inside of you, all that old 3D programming is all coming to the surface, whatever doesn't serve you. Your twin flame's like a vacuum. It's like that vacuum, and they're just sucking it out of you, and it's so painful. And it's even worse when you're actually in physical union. It's way more painful. And so, but it's all that trapped negative emotion. So that's why they're asking you to do this now. That's why I'm doing this energy work. That's why I'm doing the chakra cleansing, to help, so that when you are in twin flame physical union, you don't have all this stuff that needs to be vacuumed out, because we're trying to release it now before you get into physical twin flame union. We're trying to release that. We're trying to release all those trapped emotions. And then on your own, healing your inner child also, because that will be vacuumed outside of you as well. And it's just like a mirroring, and it's very painful. It could be, all you are feeling it outside, when in this so-called physical separation, but also when you're in physical union, it's that much worse. But they're doing this because in order to survive the fifth dimension, you can't have all this 3D programming, and you can't have all this, trapped emotions of despair, insecurity, fear, whatever it is, whatever, any trauma you may have had, small, big, doesn't matter, anything, especially that, and any kind of trapped emotions that you got on this particular journey. It could be abandonment, it could be, love not returned, like whatever it is that you're feeling, it needs to go. It needs to be purged, because you cannot survive in the fifth dimension with these trapped emotions. I didn't even know they were trapped. I just thought you felt them and then they left. I didn't know it stayed with you. And this is what causes disease. And this is what causes people to have, this is what I do for a living. I look at medical records all day. And, this is what causes ailments, all this trapped emotion that builds up over time, and people don't realize this. And they have to purge these old emotions out. So, when I do the chakra cleansing, I also talk about the different diseases and ailments that also heals, like it could help heal or prevent by cleansing out that particular chakra. Okay. All right. So that is another way to magnetize your twin flame. The next card we got is: you must give your own body, mind, and energies the utmost care. Otherwise, you will work against yourself and cause much misery. Yep. So, it's almost like everyone thinks about their body, eating right, exercising. No one really, and maybe the mind, maybe you think, I have to take good care of my mind. I have to keep it active. Maybe people do crossword puzzles. They're trying to keep their mind active, but no one really thinks about their energies. No one's getting up in the morning saying, I need to take real good care of my energy. Like, what does that mean though? Like, it means doing the energy work. It could be meditation. Again, it's the inner child work, whatever it is. Like, it could be the Hertz music, whatever you can do to help, cleanse your energies, because we're getting bombarded, whether it be from the news or from people or just, work, or like anything, from your past. So all these negative energies getting mixed in with yours. So what I do is when I do the chakra cleansing, I also brush out your aura of all the negative energy as well. And people don't think about that. People don't think about, okay, I'm taking real good care of my body and my health, and I take good care of my mind. No one really thinks about their energy. That's super important to, balance out your energy, to cleanse your energy, to energize it, to activate it, whether it be through your chakras, whether it be through Reiki, so many ways to take care of your energy. And it's super important not to allow other people's negative energies to affect you, because sometimes you take on other people's energies, other people's stuff, and then it gets trapped inside of you, and then you don't even know why you're sad, and it's someone else's energy that you took on. So yeah, so it's just saying, it's like the utmost care of your energy, along with your body and your mind and your health, and that will also help to magnetize your twin flame, because you are, a lot of times when you take on all these trapped emotions in your energy, it lowers your vibration. And, to attract your divine counterpart in a lower vibration is just very much a suffering experience. You want to attract them at a loving, high, unconditionally loving, high vibration. Okay. All right, the next card you got is wisdom. So this has to do with the Hierophant. This has to do with spiritual advisement. And so I believe what this is saying is, and I need it too, I think everyone needs help. Outside help, getting help from the divine, asking for help from the divine, getting through this. It's a very tough journey. we're 2% of the world is doing. I think 4% of the world is being asked to do this, and I think maybe 2% of the world is actually doing it. This twin flame journey is very, very difficult, and so the divine would love it if you would call upon them for help. They want to help you. They want to guide you. They want to bring you to the very best outcome. They want to lead you to the very, very best timeline. They want the timelines to collapse. They want to bring you to twin flame union, but they're asking you to advise them. I'm not advise them. Get advisement from them. Get advisement. And then once you do, you become the teacher. And once you go through this journey and you go through all the different, layers and layers and layers of teachings, now you're the teacher, and then you will be asked to pass on that knowledge. And that is how to magnetize your twin flame. You also got Grace and Antoinette. And I find this very interesting. And I know what they're saying. So it says to help heal the situation, see the person's point of view with compassion. Right. So this also balances out your divine feminine, divine masculine inner energies. If you look at some of my other videos, I do talk about that. I also life coach on that. So part of being the divine feminine is being compassionate with ourselves as well as others. And when we're not looking at our twin flame like this, like knowing what they're going through, because you don't, you just have no idea like what they're going. But if you see them, if you could just see your twin flame as a wounded, like their inner child, and this is anyone, doesn't even have to be your twin flame. This could be anyone you work with or anyone that you meet that really triggers you. Like look at them as an inner wounded child, okay? Because what that all that means is that something terrible, something in their past, something that really wounded them, is causing them to lash out. You know how misery loves company. There's just something inside of them that isn't healed, and so whenever somebody comes out and is attacking, or they're just abrupt or just not very nice, instead of feeling like, wow, you're not really worthy of my time, or you're not what I thought you were, and I don't want anything to do with you. And again, I'm talking more about your twin flame, but also works for others. Look at them in a different light. Just say, wow, I get it. You've been through a lot. Maybe you already know your twin flame's past. I kind of do already. I probably don't know the whole story, but I know some of it. And usually twin flames take on some really tough lives and bloodlines because we're here to heal the collective. So we take on a lot of karma, we take on a lot of trauma, and then we clear it, and that is how we help the collective. And so just know your twin flame also went through a lot of trauma, and their inner child is severely wounded, and they are asking you to have compassion for them. And again, just be playful and compassionate, and just know that they're wounded at this time. They're very, very fearful. They don't want to be hurt by you. And they always love you. That's never the issue. The issue is just fear. It's just the opposite spectrum of love. So if love's all the way up here and fear is all the way down here, they can't attract you down there. They just can't. If they're in fear, they can't attract you. It's too low of a vibe. They have to be in love. So right now they're in fear. That's why. That's why they are unable to be magnetized. And so, but what causes them more fear is when we keep sending them these negative vibrations, when we keep sending them these, oh, I'm done with you. You've crossed my boundaries enough times. That's enough is enough. They feel that, and they feel those types of like shaming. They feel shamed, and then they feel again more and more in fear, and that will again repel their energy, and they don't even know why. They don't even know why, but they just feel it. Just like you feel it too. Like you don't know why sometimes, why you don't like someone, or you don't understand why like you feel like repelled with someone, like you just don't get it, but you are. Sometimes nothing even happened. Like nothing was said or nothing was done, yet you feel repelled because it's all in the energy, and there's something you don't know, or something that's hidden, or it could be their own inner child wounding inside of them. And again, I'm talking about everyone at this point, where there's just something that is not healed and they can't help it. And then their wounded inner child lashes out, or puts out this type of energy that repels people. And so, the best thing you could do is have compassion, send them love and blessings, love and blessings, love and blessings. A lot of times I'll picture them in the palm of my hand and I'll just go love and blessings, love and blessings, and love. I'll do this with people at work as well, or customers. Sometimes I'll get a really angry call, and then before I call them back, I'll picture them and I'll just give them love and blessings, love and blessings. I'll do the whole ho'oponopono. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And I'll just do that energy. And it's amazing when I get on the phone with them, they don't remember why they're mad, or they're not mad anymore, or they're like, I'm so sorry, I don't want to take this out on you. It's like a whole different energy. And they're asking you to do that with your twin flame. That's just like picture them in the palm of your hand and just give them love and blessings. Do the ho'oponopono, and send them that loving energy and that compassion, just like, I'm so sorry for what you've been going through. I'm so sorry that you're in fear. And then that will help them energetically, and it will help them release the fear, because you don't want them in fear. You want them in love. They can't magnetize you down here in fear. And if they don't feel good enough for you, and if they don't feel whole, then they can't get in that love vibration. That's where they're going to attract you. And that's how to magnetize your twin flame. Okay, and then with the last video, I totally forgot to do the question to ponder on. So I'm going to give you two. So with this one, the one question to ponder on is, how are you transforming yourself? Just something to ponder on. I forgot to give that the last video. And this one is, my catalyst for growth is. So what is your catalyst? And don't make it easy for, like, obviously it's your twin flame, but what else is your catalyst for growth? What else is making you grow? And then just like be thankful for it, because without them, maybe you wouldn't be doing this much work, and maybe you wouldn't be doing what you're doing, and you wouldn't be so awakened. Like, be really grateful for your catalyst. Usually it's like your shadow side, and when you are imbalanced, they do become your shadow side. They can't help it. It's just what you guys signed up for. When you're out of balance, and again, I've done other videos on this. You could check them out. Check out my other videos. I do so many videos. I'm just trying to help everyone get into union. But yeah, once you're imbalanced, it just makes them into your shadow side, is what it is. And so that's why. And then also it's their inner child. Okay. And so next I'm going to clear your crown chakra. I'm going to do a cleansing. I'm going to do like a cleansing and activation. Energize. I'm also going to cleanse your aura. And so I'm just going to hit pause to bring the screen closer. And so if you join me, that's awesome. If you don't, thank you for joining me for this reading. And if you feel led, please like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and share. Watch this video as many times as you want to help magnetize your twin flame. And then if you do the chakras, again, the more you do it, the more you'll help cleanse and energize your chakras. Otherwise, I will see you soon. I'm just going to hit pause and bring the screen closer. Thanks. Hi, everyone. So this is for the Pranic Healing, and I'll be helping to cleanse your crown chakra. So let me go ahead and spray. I always use my salt water to cleanse my hands before I do the cleansing. I always like to invoke spirit before I do the pranic healing. So what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to sweep your aura. And so what I do is, it's very dense. It's like a very dense energy, and then it's almost like cobwebs. So like negative energy might get caught in your aura. So like if you're at work, or if you're downtown, or with family, or just any kind of, even just like watching the news, or any kind of negative energy could help get caught into your aura. And so what I've been saying on my other videos, that it's supposed to be 50 sweeps to help cleanse the aura, and it's all around the body. And so if you watch all of them, if you watch all my videos, it will add up to 50. because I'm not counting. I don't know how many sweeps I'm doing. But it's supposed to be all around the body. So I'm going over the head, just using like my own body as a guide, over the shoulders, the arms, under the armpits, down the waist, down the hips, down the legs, down to the feet. So again, just brushing out all negative energies in your aura. And it feels very dense, so you're just kind of putting it down. Around this time, my dog gets walked. So right now my dog's going to be hovering by the door. So again, just brushing and sweeping any negative energy out of your aura. I do this on every single one of my Pranic Healing. Check out all the other chakras. And you could do this more than once to get the full effect. So Pranic Healing is all about long distance healing because we're working with energy. And the chakras, again, it's just long distance energy. You could do it anywhere. Even my mother admitted I did this Pranic Healing on my mother's face from distance. So my mom lived in a different state than me. And she had cancer on her face. And so I worked on her face from a different state. And she said it, well, that even the doctor said it went away. So it's really kind of miraculous what, let me go back a view, what Pranic Healing can do with the healing. And then I'll also go over what cleansing and aligning the Crown Chakra will do, how it will help you. Okay. All right. Let me brush my. Okay, I'm going to scan. This is for your Crown Chakra. Crown Chakra. Just scanning for your Crown Chakra. And what I do is I invoke spirit, and the divine works through me. I'm just more of a tool. And they heal through me. Crown Chakra. Okay. So the Crown Chakra has a lot to do also with the brain and the pineal gland. And if it's blocked, of course, it can cause a lot of dis-ease that's related to the pineal gland and the brain. It could be physical and psychological. If blocked, it may create feelings of isolation or emotional distress. It may make you feel disconnected from everyone and everything. But when aligned and cleansed, the spiritual connection to higher self and awareness is activated. You feel more of an expansiveness. You feel more connected, with spirit, with the divine, and with humanity. And of course, it just expands your awareness. So that's why it's good to cleanse and energize your crown chakra, which is located, obviously above your crown of your head. I'm just doing it this way. Again, it's energy. And so if I just picture it and visualize the crown chakra, I could do this with any chakra. It doesn't have to be an exact alignment with the computer screen. And so I'm cleansing. Okay, let me just, I just like to cleanse a little bit with my hands. Okay. Cleansing the crown chakra. Okay. All right, and now I'm going to use crystal. And again, the divine's going to channel through me. And I'm going to use the crystal to help cleanse your crown chakra. Yep, so this will help align your chakra. And then when I'm done, I will energize the chakra and then I will stabilize it. If you put your intent on your crown chakra, see if you can feel any tingling. See if you can feel it in your crown chakra being cleansed. Feel the energy above your head. Feel the crown chakra being cleansed. Again, this is the divine working through me, doing all the work. I'm just the tool that they're using to cleanse your crown chakra. Help you to get connected to spirit, more aligned with spirit. Clear any emotional distress. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to energize your crown chakra. Just going to energize it. Okay. Okay, now we're going to stabilize. Okay. This is, you can close your eyes if you're not interested in this. This is light therapy. And so this is more of for the ASMR. So I think I tried to explain in the box below that I'm trying to make this also an enjoyable experience when it comes to ASMR as well. Not just cleansing, but so this is light therapy. So light therapy is kind of like what it sounds. And so like in the wintertime when you're in a lot of darkness, sometimes, you know, you need some light therapy to help lift your mood. So the light can be helpful for some. It's also good for ASMR purposes. Okay. And then we're just going to finish with some sweeping. Again, you can watch this as many times as you want to. If you feel like you've had an interesting day where you might have taken on some interesting baggage, the sweeping will help you feel lighter, sweeping out all that negative energy that you may have taken on from others at work. Maybe you had a meeting that may have put you over your limit. and so the calming could help you feel lighter, ridding all that negative energy, knowing you did nothing wrong, knowing you're the light, and sometimes darkness will come in to take you off kilter for a second. Sorry. And just have to, again, I think it was this video that we talked about making sure you're taking the utmost care of your own energy. So to prevent dis-ease in our bodies. And so it feels good to just comb out the aura. And behind you again. Just get rid of all that energy that doesn't serve you. Sorry. And you can watch my other ones too, that also I do brushing of the aura on all my videos. And again, it's like a plucking, same thing as the plucking of the energies. I'll do one more sweep, and then I'll finish with selenite. To help neutralize and cleanse. back of you. Side. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. And I am also very grateful for all of my new subscribers. Thank you for supporting this new channel. If you feel led, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button for all of my other videos. Please check out my videos. I have so many different ones to help everyone with getting into divine twin flame union in the 3D. And again, thank you so much for clicking on my video, and I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.